Good day everyone, and I am your host, Ati Boy. And ito ang show na parang talk show. And today, we have our very special guest. She is from the PSSW2B. Please welcome Shalila. First question. What was your initial understanding of the topic?
Based on my understanding, ang social welfare ay naglalayong mapabuti ang kalagayan at kalidad ng buhay ng mga individual at ng lipunang bilang kabuluhan. Ang social welfare ay hindi lamang tungkol sa pagbibigay ng tulong pinansyal o material sa mga nangangailangan, kundi pati na rin sa pagtataguyod ng mga programang nagtutulak ng pag-unlad at pagkapantay-pantay. Ang social welfare ay naglalayong pinapili na ang lahat ng tao ay may access sa mga pangunahing pangangailangan tulad ng kalusugan, edukasyon, tirahan at trabaho. Layunin din ito ang pagpapalakas ng kalakasan ng komunidad at pagpapabuti sa ugnayan at pakikisalamuha sa pamamagitan ng mga mamamayan. And additionally, ang social welfare ay nakatuon sa pagbibigay ng oportunidad at suporta para sa mga taong nangangailangan upang sila ay magkaroon ng kakayahan at kakayahang makamit ang kanilang potensyal. Ito ay maaaring isang katuparan sa pamamagitan ng pagbibigay ng mga training programs, education sa trabaho at iba pang mga programa na naglalayong magbigay ng mga kakayahan at kaalaman sa mga individual. And lastly, ang social welfare ay maaaring maging iba-iba depende sa pangangailangan at kalagayan ng mga taong binibigyan ng tulong. Maaaring ito ay mga hulugan ng direct financial assistance para sa mga nangangailangan o paglikha ng mga serbisyong pangkalusugan at pang-edukasyon sa mga komunidad o pagtataguyod ng mga batas at patakaran na naglalayong protektahan ang karapatan at kapakanan ng mga mahihirap at nangangailangan. So, in my perspective, social welfare is not just a matter of charity or assistance. It is a fundamental aspect of a just and equitable society. By setting clear goals and objectives and implementing diverse approaches, we can work towards creating a society where everyone has the opportunity to live a dignified and fulfilling life.
Wow, such a good answer. And the second one is, how does the topic connect to your personal experience or beliefs?
As an individual, my personal experiences and beliefs are deeply intertwined with the goals, objectives, and approaches to social welfare. From my perspective, social welfare is not merely a set of policies and programs. It is a reflection of society's values and priorities, and it directly impacts the lives of individuals and community. Firstly, the goal of social welfare, which is often centered around promoting the well-being and quality of life for all members of society, resonates strongly with my personal beliefs. Growing up, I was instilled with the value of empathy and the importance of helping those in need. This belief in the inherent worth and dignity of every person drives my commitment to social justice and equity, whether it's advocating for access to healthcare, education, or basic necessities. I believe that everyone deserves the opportunity to thrive and live with dignity. And additionally, social welfare such as reducing poverty, addressing inequality, and ensuring social inclusion align closely with my experiences, witnessing firsthand the struggles faced by marginalized communities. I've seen friends and family members grapple with financial insecurity, discrimination, and lack of access to essential services. So, these experiences have fueled my passion for advocating systemic change in working towards creating a more just and equitable society.
Wow. And the third question is, can you relate the topic to any real-world situations or current events?
So, sa Pilipinas, mahalaga ang pagtugon sa mga pangangailangan at suliranin ng mga mahihirap at nangangailangan. Isang halimbawa ng ganitong sitwasyon ay ang kahirapan at kawalan ng trabaho na labis na naapektuhan ng pandemya ng COVID-19. Sa pamamagitan ng pagbibigay ng mga ayuda sa mga nawalan ng trabaho, pagbibigay ng libreng testing at bakuna laban sa COVID-19 at pagbabalakas ng sistemang pangkalusugan. Nakakamit ito sa pamamagitan ng mga layunin tulad ng pagpapalawak ng access sa serbisyong pangkalusugan, pagpapalakas ng social safety nets tulad ng conditional cash transfer programs at pagpapalakas sa ekonomiya sa pamamagitan ng pagtulong sa mga micro, small at medium enterprises na masyadong naapektuhan ng lockdown at quarantine measures. So, ang mga pamamaraan upang makamit ang layunin na ito ay maaaring magtiba depende sa komunidad at pangangailangan. So, halimbawa, sa urban cities, maaaring isagawa ang community pantries at food drives upang matulungan ang mga nagugutom. Sa mga rural areas naman, maaaring magkaroon ng livelihood programs at agricultural supports para sa mga magsasaka at mangingisda.
And the fourth question is, what were the interesting or surprising things we learned about the topic?
So, in exploring this topic, may ilang bagay na nakita ko na talagang nakakagulat at kakaiba. Isa sa mga natutunan ko ay ang pagiging malawak at pagkakaugnay ng mga layunin ng social welfare at hindi lamang ito tungkol sa pagbibigay ng tulong financial o pisikal na mga nangangailangan, kundi pati na rin sa pagtatagulo ng dignidad at kalidad ng buhay para sa lahat. And another thing that shocked me is ang iba't ibang mga pamamaraan na ginagamit sa social welfare. Hindi lamang ito tungkol sa mga serbisyo pampubliko ng pamahalaan, kasama rin dito ang mga non-government organizations, volunteer groups at iba pang sektor ng lipunan na nagtatrabaho para sa kapakanan ng mga mahihirap at nangangailangan. So, sa aking pananaw, ang pinakamahalagang aspeto ng social welfare ay ang pagbibigay ng pagkakataon sa mga tao na makamit ang kanilang buong potensyal at maging produktibo sa lipunan. Ito ay hindi lamang tungkol sa pagbibigay ng handouts, kundi sa pagtulong sa mga individual na magkaroon ng mga kakayahang mapabuti ang kanilang buhay sa pamamagitan ng edukasyon, kasanayan sa trabaho at suporta sa kalusugan at pamilya.
And the fifth one is, how have these insights impacted your perspective or understanding?
These insights made me to think na hindi lang pala pamimigay ng ayuda ang gawain ng social welfare o social work. It was more than that pala. And also, what surprised me is the opportunities and programs that they give to the people to help them. At first, I thought na yung mga binibigay nila is lang sa talks, but hindi pala because they collaborate with non-government agencies and voluntary groups in the Philippines.
And the sixth question is, how can you apply what you have learned from this topic in your daily life and future studies?
Sa aking pang-araw-araw na buhay at sa mga susunod kong pag-aaral, pagagamit ko ang mga natutunan ko sa topic na ito ay magbibigay sa akin ng gabay at pagtukoy kung paano ko may ipapahayag ang aking pakikiramay at pagmamalasakit sa kapwa sa pamamagitan ng
are the key takeaways or lessons you have learned from this topic?
So, the goals, objectives, and approaches to social welfare have taught me invaluable lessons about the importance of addressing societal needs and promoting well-being. One key takeaway is the recognition that social welfare programs aim to enhance the quality of life for individuals and communities by providing assistance and support where needed. So, these programs strives to ensure the basic needs such as health care, education, housing, and income security are met, thereby fostering more equitable and just society. So, another lesson I've learned is the significance of setting clear goals and objectives for social welfare initiatives. By defining specific targets and outcomes, policymakers and practitioners can effectively measure the impact of their interventions and make informed decisions about resource allocation. So this approach enables a more systematic and evidence-based approach to addressing societal changes, ultimately leading to more effective and sustainable outcomes. So, furthermore, I've come to understand the importance of adopting a holistic and multifaceted approach to social welfare. This involves recognizing the individuals and communities face interconnected and complex issues that cannot be addressed through isolated interventions. Instead, a comprehensive approach that considers various factors such as economic, social, and environmental determinants of well-being is essential for achieving meaningful and lasting change.
So that will be all, and magbabalik pa ang Parang Talk Show.